So what is the first purpose of using VR for journalistic issues?
I think the purpose of using VR in journalism is to be a new tool of telling stories. I think we at the New York Times, we use video, we use photos, we use text, and now we're trying to figure out how VR can be another one of those tools inside the toolbox of storytelling to make people understand stories, make people understand the progressions of a place far away, and maybe in a more empathetic way, and maybe a deeper way of kind of being able to explore and make decisions for yourself, which some of the other mediums don't offer. So it's just another part of the journalism we do and the way that we want people to understand the world.
So there's already a lot of well-established tools for informing citizens, and we'll agree on the fact that the first purpose of journalism is to inform citizens.
Yeah.
VR is still like not that easily accessible. It's more for like not like rich and tech-savvy people.
Right.
Don't you see it as like an obstacle of the journalistic mission of informing citizens all over the world?
Absolutely. I mean, the biggest obstacle for VR is how do we get people means to watch it? And part of the way we did that with our first film, called The Displaced, was to send out with the Sunday New York Times paper, the physical paper, 1 million Google Cardboard drives, Google Cardboard viewers that they could put their phone in and watch the film in. This was the best way, as a journalism, as a newspaper that distributes something, that sends something out, could think of a way to like onboard people, to bring people to VR and give them the experience of it. I think as this technology grows, so will the literacy to use it, the understanding of how you watch it, where you can see it, how you can download it. You know, these are all things that people don't know, and we're trying to make easier. But the way to make it easier and the way to get people to watch it is also to make interesting things that people want to watch. So it's a two-sided operation, you know. At one point you want to like make good things that draw people in, and the other side you want to like give people more means to watch it. And it's a difficult question. I mean, there's definitely a kind of person that wants to watch this stuff and people that are more interested, and then there are people that you have to kind of give them more opportunities to.
Now more about the Fight For Falluja. I watched it yesterday on the VR headset, and you said it yourself a couple of times during the presentation. You kind of like put the camera and let things happen and have a very like neutral approach to filming events. And you feel like when you watch the thing, you feel as a very passive viewer. And I know some of the scenes made me feel a bit uncomfortable because you're really passive. Even at the end, after watching the 11 minutes piece, when you take the headsets off, I had to stay like sitting for a couple minutes and felt almost guilty for being here in Biarritz in such a nice place and doing not much for helping these people. And I was wondering if there was scenes you wanted to shoot or scenes you shoot, but you didn't include them in the final piece because you considered them as inappropriate or too violent, or do you?
Are there things that we left out?
Yeah. Or what do you define as a limit of things you can include in such a piece and things you cannot?
Right. I mean, I think we decided early on to be very honest, to be very forthcoming with a lot of the footage. This is war. It's very difficult. It's very ugly. It's very kind of unglamorous. And in making the piece, we decided right when we started that we weren't going to hold back. Of course, when you put people in that VR space, when you have them watch these kinds of films, you are taking a responsibility of showing them a really immersive piece of journalism, immersive piece of film. But I think that we kind of had the decision to really give people the opportunity to see this stuff as it were, and not kind of like limit it so that people could feel better or worse about things. War is very ugly, and I don't think that we wanted to kind of manage people's expectations of it. I think we wanted to give people a really honest account of what that looks like. And with the piece, I think that we did.